So you're feeling like you might be getting a call for something bigger than just your human experience. When it's time to elevate, there's going to be things that are happening in the atmosphere in order to let you know, wink, wink, hut, nudge, nudge, it's time to level up. Here are a few signs to let you know that you're ready for your spiritual awakening. So universally, there are a lot of things out there that'll let you know that you're looking really beyond yourself than where you currently are. Once I started to notice signs and synchronicities, I was like, okay, what is this? It caused me to dive deeper into what I really wanted from myself and for my purpose. So here are a few things that might be signs that you're ready for your spiritual awakening. So this one was like a no-brainer. Always, I like to have intentions and goals. So I was finding out when I was reaching and accomplishing my goals that it was not enough. Being successful was not fulfilling. So I was seeing that I was doing these things and just really still not satisfied. So that urge to seek was really a key indicator that I needed to step my pussy up. I've always been an empath. I've been sensitive in different crowds going. I can tell the energy going on. I've always hated going to Walmart, not just because it's congested, but the energy would be overwhelming. So that as well started to kind of tune up a notch. That kind of gave me the indicator that I'm very sensitive to energies. I can tell what's going on with people. I can understand the tone without anybody speaking. All these things were almost on a supernatural level where people would be like, I didn't even say anything, but I would know, especially with friends. I would be tapped into their energy and I could tell without them even saying a word like what their mood was. I like to call myself a popular loner. I like to have friends and get out and be active, but I could turn around the next day and you won't hear from me for weeks. And it's nothing wrong. Nobody did anything to me. I just really crave the solitude. Going back to the point before we were talking about being sensitive, I would find that I needed to recover. I needed to replenish. I would just be frazzled sometimes after going out to clubs or doing something in a big crowd, that I just would have to get my nerves and calm myself, and I never understood why. But once I realized that that time alone, that solitude is required in order to have the balance during the spiritual journey. And that really was like the aha moment, okay, I have to do this. This is where I'm going to get my meditation up. This is a time where I'm going to do a lot of self-care in order to be able to go back and be where humans be. This one was really recent for me when I already am picky. I like certain things a certain way. I like to eat visually and aroma as well. But I found once I tapped into my spirituality, I would really get a download for something. For example, I venerate my ancestors, but there would be times where I would crave something, but I didn't want to eat it. Greens, my ancestors love greens, so either that would drop into my psyche, or I would get it I should fix greens even though I really don't want them. That's how I knew okay, I'm tapped in with that metaphysical energy where I could tell what's going on. Also, my sense of smell. When I tell you my nostrils, I'm smelling everything, and I never realize how tied aromatherapy is to spirituality. But herbs, sages, certain things I would be drawn to them, and I didn't even know at the time what it was. I would just intuitively go into my spice cabinet and just open it up and just be like, okay, yeah, I want rosemary. What is that? And then I would look it up, and then I would see the spiritual benefits of it, and that would really tie in as well. So allow yourself to play in the spirit when you get those types of notions. Look more deeply into it. That might guide you to what your spirit is asking for on an intuitive level. The last one is like the biggest one to me. I don't believe in coincidences. Ain't shit happening just because. I've never been that type of person. So when things would line up or align and it would be sequential, whether it be numbers, events, even things I would read, and then I would encounter, either my kids would say something to my friends and it would be verbatim what I had just researched. I would be like, dang, what is going on? I'm seeing all these things really light up, and really making sure to be present. The synchronicities were coming so strong. If you want to test your synchronicities, you probably heard of like little tests they do before where you say, okay, I want this car, I want to manifest this car, an orange car, Porsche. Now when you go outside, what are you going to see? Lots of orange Porsches, and you weren't even seeing them before, but because you are being more present with yourself, you giving yourself an intention, and you spoke it or wrote it and gave it into the universe. Now it's starting to align and starting to say, hey, pay attention. These things are happening. You're asking for them now. So guess what? They've been here the whole time. Now you're tapped in. So it was really, really an aha moment once I understood and tied that inkling in with the rest of the things as well. So if you're on your spiritual journey and you've noticed certain things going on, please let me know. I love to talk about these things because a lot of times people will pass them off and be like, oh, you just, you're doing the most. When really, no, it's you noticing the little things, spirit dropping into you and saying, hey, look here. You open yourself up to opportunities, and that's like the name of the game when it comes to starting and continuing your spiritual journey. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comment box. And if you have anything to share, please let me know as well. Protect your energy, and I'll see you soon.